Alright guys, we're back. This will be the second video in reference to the automotive custom lighting kit for the Polaris Ranger. So I'm going to go ahead and get right back into this. The first video will pretty much cover the intent of it, what we're after, and I'm going to go into a lot more detail as we go here. But I'm going to go ahead and open up the front turn signal package here, and we'll take a look at it and see what it looks like. This is going to be your front, left, and right turn signal. Got some foam backing for weather stripping. You've got both turn signals. He's even got them marked here as to which side's which. Not sure if that matters or if that was just some information he had on there for himself whenever he was building them, and then we've got the hardware to mount them to the front. It's a metal backing, so that's a good thing. Wires going into it are terminated nice and clean. Got a plastic two wire plug here on the back side. Front appears to be like a hard plastic, so it's probably going to be pretty durable. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs in here, so it's going to be substantially brighter than anything else that I've seen out there. And that's one of the things that caught my eye whenever I was looking at a turn signal kit. Was those other kits was just using a real small, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 1 inch light, and they was putting 2. Some of the kits out there was putting 3. But what I seen of them, daylight, there was no way they was going to be seen. So you guys know that cars out there, for you guys that are road legal, they ain't paying a bit of attention if you're turning or not if they can't see you. So I think with this here it'll be a lot safer, and that's the reason why I went that route. But see if we can get zoomed in here on it. Like I said, that there's metal. Appears to be aluminum possibly. It's a nice hard front on it. And that'll take the briars and brush hitting it. I don't think it'll scratch up too bad. And then we've got the plug here. So like I said, it comes with a foam seal, keep from scratching up your front bumper or your front fender, whatever you may be mounting it on. So it's just going to slide right over it and go down, and it's going to be a nice little fit there. Go ahead and stick these back in a bag so we don't drop them or lose them, and we'll move right on to the reverse light. I gotta say, I'm pretty eager to get this here opened up. The pictures I seen online, it looked pretty bright. I'm not sure how big it is as far as size, but I do know it's slim line. So looks like on these sizes, the actual light itself is going to be measuring 7 inches wide. The bolts on the outside with the bracket mounted into it's going to be measuring 7.75, so 7 3/4, and then your actual bolt holes are going to be 8 1/2, and the outside farthest portion of the bracket at the L shape where it turns down is going to be 9 1/4, 9.25. So looks like total height is going to be right around 2 3/4 of an inch, 2.75 inches, and that's from the very bottom of the bracket to the very top of the light. So that's super thin. The actual light head itself on the front of it's going to be measuring 1.625, so still going to be under 1 3/4 inches. So we'll get this thing out here, and depth for you guys, if you guys are concerned about depth, it's going to be 3 inches from the very front of the light to the rear of it. It's going to be 3 inches. So Input power is going to be 26.6 watts. Current draw is 1.9 amps at 14 volts. So if you guys got massive stereo systems, I know you guys down south that have the nice weather all year long, got some pretty awesome sound systems in them. Current draw is not going to be that much, 1.9 amps at 14 volts. So an operating temperature is going to be negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and I do know whenever I talked to David on the phone, one of the concerns was this light getting wet and submerged, and he said that the ones that he's sold have been submerged many times. He's never had one come back yet. So far he sold many of them. So far there's not been any issues with them, you know, taking in water. And if it does, like I said, the box is claiming 8-year warranty on it. So I know most of you guys already have upgraded to a whole nother machine by then in 8 years. So got our brackets here and our hardware. I can't tell exactly, but it looks like the hardware is stainless, so that's a good thing. Alright guys, there it is. You almost wrap your hand around it, it's that small. So it's got the vent port out the side here, so if it does build up gas or pressure, whatever it may come into contact with. I'm not sure why they put that on there. Someone way smarter than me can tell you, I'm sure, but I'm almost positive that is a vent port, and I have seen on most of your Rigid Industries and your more expensive lights do have that. The cheaper Chinese knockoffs will not have that on there. So also over here on the plug going into the light, I always look at that. That definitely looks like a waterproof connection. Looks like you've got a stainless steel nut tightening down on a waterproof in there, rather than just having it go in and black silicone shot around the side of it like a lot of the other ones do. And it's got the actual lighting harness end on the end of it here. You don't have to worry about soldering on any ends. It's already molded into it. So I'll let you guys get a look at that there. Like I said, it's 3 inches here in the depth. Super slim. It's got some weight to it, which doesn't concern me. It's got some nice venting. Also, it's got what appears to be some type of a slide bracket if you choose to put a nut in there to tighten it down. I would assume that's what that's for. But we're going to be mounting it on the sides here for the Ranger. And you got your two L brackets here, or these here are a little bit different than an L bracket, but you get the hint of it. They've got those zip tied together there so they're not rattling around and banging off of each other and shipping, knocking the paint or powder coat off of them. They're showing it to be a 6-inch light bar. Give you guys some specs there so I don't have to ramble on about it. If you guys screenshot that, it'll give you exactly the information. Not so sure I can hold it still enough, but you guys can screenshot it and then check it out. So that's going to be it on this video for the reverse light. We'll see if we can't get that hooked up and go ahead and get started on this. So appreciate you guys watching the video. If you've made it this far, then you made it to the end of this one, and we'll move on to the next one. Get on David's website and check it out. There's different kits out there. He's also got different years. Like I said, this here's for 2019, but he can get you, I'm sure, whatever you need. He'll be more than glad to help you. If he can't help you, he'll let you know and point you in the right direction as to where to go on it. So pretty excited to get this hooked up. We've needed this many times already for this season hunting and getting in and out of the woods and in and out of the cornfields and whatnot. So the cruise, you definitely need a little bit of light back there. You know, if you just got a single seater, it may be a little bit easier to see where you're going or throw on a small light. But with a crew, you're not just going to be able to throw back over your shoulder and back out of wherever you need to go unless you got some good light, because they are stretched out a little bit farther, and they turn like a school bus still. You know, they've fixed a lot of the issues as far as the turning radiuses on them, but man, it's still rough. It ain't like turning a four-wheeler in the woods. So you do have to back in and out of some spots. I got tied up into a spot yesterday, it was, and there was 3 of us in it, and it was pretty tight coming back out where they'd been cutting some timber. So if that was dark, I'd almost had to add a spotter with a flashlight. So I'm hoping this light here will take care of that, and we can all stay in the buggy here and just back straight up and see where we're going. So enough of me rambling on. We'll go on to the next video. Hit the like and share button. We appreciate you.